welcome to another video. Today we're back with a digital drawing. This is going to be the only digital drawing this week. The rest of the videos are all going to be traditional, which is pretty on the part of the course for me. I just did the digital one at the front just because I'm lazy at the beginning of the week. And I'm planning on the videos for the later half of the week are supposed to be longer. So yeah, we're getting the short one out of the way right now. This is another drawing in that same manga art style that I've been doing for my comic characters. And as you saw from the name on the tin of this video, this is a new character that you guys have not seen before. This is actually one of Kira's subordinates. Kira is one half of my mafia couple, OCs, and she comes from a mafia family, where she was supposed to be the one to take over the family. She ends up getting sold into an arranged marriage by her brother, who took over her spot via a hostile coup, a hostile takeover, essentially. And so she had these two subordinates that she worked with, that worked very close with her because she saved them from various situations. And they were very loyal to her, and they were both very well trained, and this is the first of the two. This is a character. Her name is Lex. I don't know what Lex is short for. Probably Alexis or Alexandra or something. Maybe that's not even her real name. I don't know yet. I don't know very much about the character. I don't want to give out too much information about her, just because I do know some things. I know the situation she was in before Kira ended up saving her and bringing her into the family. I know that, but other than that, I don't really know too much about her. So I just know that I wanted her name to be Lex, and so her name is Lex, and she has a type of personality. She is very cutesy. I would like to say she's very feminine, very girly. It's part of her past trauma that she's sort of kind of reclaiming her femininity in a way that is good for her, I guess you could say. Her femininity was used prior in a way that was really more towards the male gaze, and now she's I'm using it for me. I like to be feminine. I'm not going to let my past experiences keep me from being feminine and cute and dressing very cutely. And so she's supposed to be a character who dresses very cutely. She's got long hair. She likes to wear skirts. She likes to wear pink, all that sort of stuff. And she is also an assassin, which is fun. It's not a spoiler for the story. It's going to be introduced the first time I plan on the character being introduced in the comics, so it's not really a spoiler. She is an assassin by trade. She was brought into the family, trained up, and eventually the job, I'm not sure if I want it to be she was assigned the job of an assassin, or if she chose to pick the job of being an assassin after the work that she was doing previously. And she was just I'll be an assassin. I'm not sure yet. Like I said, I don't really have all of the details hammered out quite yet, so I'm not really sure too much about her background and why she does the things that she does yet. But I like her personality. I think it contrasts well with the other subordinate of Kira, who I have already designed, and I'm probably going to be showing her off next week. But yeah, and I feel she fits in well with the dynamic between Kira and with the other subordinate. So I like her a lot. For this video, though, it was a pain in the ass drawing her. I had to redraw her face 3 or 4 times. You guys saw that. I don't know why it was so hard for me. I just trying to get her face in a way that I liked. And honestly, I still really don't like the way her face turned out. Not really her eyes and her mouth and stuff like that. That stuff is fine. The shape of her jaw. I don't know. I wanted her face to be kind of round, but then I was her face is not really round when I draw it in my sketchbook. It's a little bit longer than it is round. And so I'm I don't know how I wanted it to look. I feel her face now is too angular, especially on the chin. I'm I don't like it. I have to remember how I want it to look. I know I wanted her to have these bangs that kind of go down into a widow's peak, because I wanted her to sort of kind of have a heart-shaped face a little bit. And so a heart-shaped face is typically a little bit rounder, but I'm I don't know if this is working out in the way that I want it to work out. And so I was struggling with that a little bit. After that, though, I really did not want to spend too long on this drawing, just because for the other ones I hammered them out in an hour, and I did not want this to take longer than an hour, and it didn't. It took about 52 minutes initially, and then I actually went back and added some more stuff, and it ended up taking 56 minutes because I forgot that I wanted to give her makeup, just because like I said, she is pretty hyper feminine, and so she does wear makeup and stuff, and I always forget to add makeup to drawings, you guys. I just never crosses my mind until the very end of the drawing, and thankfully this is a digital piece, so I can just go ahead and add it on there. But if this was traditional, I would have been fucked. But thankfully it was digital, which is why I like digital, because I can go back and tweak stuff even at the end, which was probably going to be a detriment whenever I end up drawing this comic. I'm going to go back and be changing shit all of the time. But that's a problem for future me. Present me is pretty happy with this little drawing. Like I said, I did try to do it in that same comic coloring style I did prior. And I think I pretty much succeeded on it. I gave her a blush just because I was like, well, the other two are blushing. I'll just make everybody blush. This is just going to be like one of those things where the artist draws like people blushing. Not people blushing, like they do like these little character cards and like manga and stuff. And they're like, all the characters are like following this theme. And so the theme for this one is blushing, I guess. She doesn't really look like she's like, something about her expression is a little bit off. I feel like her eyes are looking upwards too much. And so it kind of looks like she's a little bit more dazed than she is flushed and like smiling because she's blushing. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that's a little bit off, but it's too late to fix it now. I did the whole thing already. I mean, like I said, I do still like it. I do still like her hair. I really like her bangs. I feel like I like the way that they frame her face. I just feel like I have a little bit trouble doing ponytails. I think I'm okay with like twin tails and like buns. I don't know, but something about ponytail I feel like is a little hard for me, and so I need to get better at drawing ponytails, especially because I plan on this character, her signature hairstyle, the one differentiator from the others is going to be like this ponytail, and I want it to be like a very full, very nice looking ponytail. I feel like I made her hair a little bit too curly in the back. It's supposed to be more wavy, but I felt like if I made the waves too long, it was going to kind of disappear behind her head in a way that I didn't really like, so I made it a little bit curlier just for this illustration. I felt like that would look nice. So I hope she looks different enough from Kira that when I draw the comic, people are not going to be like, oh, you have same face syndrome. I'm always trying to combat against same face syndrome. That's like my worst, not my worst enemy, my worst nightmare. I really want my characters to look different, and I did something different with her lips. Her lips are more round while Kira's are a little bit more pointy. She's got longer hair, longer bangs. Her eye shape is different. Her eyes are supposed to be more round while Kira's are a little bit more almond shaped. So hopefully they look different enough. Like I said, she also has very long hair and Kira's hair is like shorter. And the other girl, I'm planning her to not look like anything like the other two. I want them all to be very distinct from each other because they are going to be standing next to each other a lot, and so they need to stand out when they're standing next to each other, you know. So please let me know if you're like, oh no, she looks very similar to Kira, or if you're just like, no, they fit together stylistically, but they don't look alike. I need to know, you guys. It's very important to me. It's okay if they look similar and that they have a similar style, but it's not okay if they look like they're like, you know, the same person. That would not be okay. But yeah, I gave her some earrings just because, like I said, I want her to be a girly character. I don't really draw people with these big hoops, but I wanted to try for this one just because she is like, it's a little bit, I don't know, different. It gives her a little bit of a different look than the others. Anyway, that is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope you liked meeting my new OC Lex. I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next one. Bye.